The thing about being alone for prolonged periods of time is that eventually you stop missing people altogether. All of your friends and family come to exist in your head. It starts with thinking out loud. The little things. I'm hungry. Where did I leave my phone? Eventually, you graduate to visualizing full thought processes. Finally, entire 7-hour-long conversations. Rehashing old encounters, explaining breakups, where you went wrong, what you did right, sexual history, childhood traumas. You become your own therapist. Slowly you begin to realize everyone you've ever met or spoken to exists in your head. Once you have the memories, the archetypes, the voices, you can shape and mold and anticipate how they would respond according to current situations. All of the fun-filled, wholesome interactions. None of the heartbreak or expectations.
The other day I was in church, and when we stood up for the homily, directly there in my line of sight was a lady with the most gargantuan wedgie I have ever unintentionally laid my eyes on. Okay. It looked like someone was trying to suck a bedsheet through a vacuum. There's no way half of your dress is ensnared in your butt. You don't feel even maybe just slightly uncomfortable. Point. Yes, true. Okay. Though, on the other hand, I felt remorse. Because logically, how could this lady free her dress from the clutches of her nether regions without drawing major attention of the entire milieu, all eyes on her directly to her predicament? It would be akin to trying to remove your leg from a bear trap there in church in front of God and all his holy saints. I kid you not. It looked like a Cyclops was winking at me. Winking. Then as the gears in my head began to spin, I didn't know Oh, then the verses started to kick in. I wasn't sure what was going on. I began to panic. I didn't know if it was more like a cork plugging a hole in a sinking ship. There's no way that I would be able to focus on John 3:3 without knowing what kind of chaotic event was about to unfold before my very eyes. Pull that out, and maybe I would have been swept off my feet in a terrible tsunami. Maybe we would have all had to evacuate the premises. I learned a valuable lesson in empathy that day. All right, that's enough. I've heard enough. That's about all that I can take in one session. You're gonna have to leave. Thank you. Nope, thank you. The door's over here, Mr. Wedgie in church. You can leave and take your silly little laughs and stories with you. Thank you. Goodbye.
No man is free who cannot control himself. I yearned to be free, but there was one obstacle thwarting my path. Emotions are a domineering tyrant. They wreak havoc on our sovereignty without permission or merit. They can be an immaculate embrace or a ferocious, fire-breathing dragon, determined to engulf the body in a blazing inferno until nothing is left but a putrefied corpse, aimlessly screaming at the walls, hoping that it may respond back with an answer. I was that corpse. first glance, it may seem bleak or depressing, but only to the untrained eye. Those in the know can perceive the ineffable beauty in suffering and isolation. What looks like madness to some may be glorious liberation to others. The saints would go off into solitude for years, wrestling with demons until finally communing with God. In the end, they would reemerge weightless and infinitely whole. New found joy. I always wanted to be a painter, but I was too self-critical. If it's not Picasso or Michelangelo, then give up. Why even try? The judgments, the criticisms, self-doubt. It didn't have to be selling at the walls somewhere at Art Basel or a fresco on the Vatican. It was an exercise, much more akin to building a sandcastle. Molding, shaping, constructing, all until the ocean waves inevitably sweep it away. And back the sand, the mighty castle returns. Just like all of us. Open spaces. Air to breathe. There is a childlike awe that accompanies the loss of social distractions. More room for wonder, less room for doubt. It's nice to dance again. The punishment for Adam and Eve was they became too self-aware. They realized that they were hungry and naked, and they were embarrassed to be seen, even by their creator. It seems collectively, as a species, we have suffered the same fate. Embarrassed and naked, afraid to be seen. This is the blinding fog that was clouding my vision. The million-ton weight holding me back from hearing how the wind shakes the leaves.